You've done research on treatment intensity ranging from the 30-minute weekly session to 15 hours a week. What are some of your findings related to intensity?
Just like adults, like these kids, they learn, it's very similar to how we learn. What we did in Belize, we actually ran a 4 or 5 day camp, and the camp lasted about 3 hours, right? So there wasn't always just speech and language intervention. We had gross motor, so we had some time to break up all of that heavy treatment. But what we find, on day 4, we saw everybody's data dip, right? So they didn't produce as much 2 and 3 aided symbol messages on day 4 and day 5, frankly, because they're exhausted. And then, there's some research coming out with Mary Beth Schmidt and Dr. Justice, and they were looking at just kids with language disorders in the US. And what they found was when you had a large number of minutes of intervention, but you only did it, once a week or so. So you had a lot of treatment trials, a lot of time, but the time in between those sessions was much larger. They had really good language outcomes at the end of the year. And also the opposite was true, where you did 15-minute sessions 3 times a week. Those kids excelled, but it's the kids in the middle that were getting 3, 4, 5 sessions, 60 minutes each. Those kids didn't do as well. They still made progress, right? But they didn't do as well as the other 2 that I just mentioned. So it's kind of thinking, less is more, and more is not always better. But that is counterintuitive to just about everybody, including the parents and teachers that we're working with on our IEP teams. So we have to kind of overcome that aspect as well.